Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how to cut out an A-line skirt, how to sew it, and as well as how to insert a front slit to it. So if you're wondering why I'm holding the skirt, that's because I'm yet to insert my zipper. Okay, but this is what we'll be working on today. Our focus is on the A-line shape and the front slit. So if this is something you're interested in, please keep on watching and do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you're yet to do so. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
I never really know what's going on.
Welcome back guys. For this I'll be making use of this African print. It is an Ankara, and of course you need your lining. I have 2.5 yards of this African print. So this is what I did here. Now I just went ahead to cut out this fabric on fold. You can see I say I folded it into two, and I'm just differentiating the rough side from the right side. So how you cut out your fabric is you will measure the biggest part of your measurement. In my own case it is my hip, and then you divide it by 4. So I have 9 inches, and this is the 9 inches. Okay, so from these 9 inches, go ahead and add extra inches depending on how wide you want your skirt to be. So I added 8 inches to mine. Okay, so that is what I have here. So go ahead and repeat the same thing. Use the biggest part of your measurement, divide it by 4, and then add extra inches for the flare depending on how wide you want it to be. So now this will automatically be our waistline, that white one you're seeing there. So from there I'll measure my hip, my shoulder to hip, or my waist to hip. Okay, so I'm making a gown. So this is the down part. Okay, this is the skirt part of the gown. So I used 9 inches because I'm making a gown, and then my waist to my knee is 18 inches, and I just marked 18 inches, and I'll be using the whole length of the fabric, which is 45 inches, as the length of the skirt. Okay, so after marking this, I'll just label this hip, this is my waist, and this is my knee. So I'll just put key. Okay, so that is what you need for the skirt. So the next thing we'll be doing now is for us to impute our body circumference measurements. So I'll come to the waist, and I'll divide my waist circumference by 4, and I'll place it there. Okay, so do not forget to add stitching allowance. I'll not be putting a dart on this skirt, but if you'll be using a dart, add your dart allowance as well. So I came to my hip, and I measured my hip circumference measurement, which is 9. I just placed 9 inches, and I added 1 inches to the 9 inches, making 10 inches. So you measure what you have on your hip line this way, and then you come to your knee line, and then you minus 1 inch from what you have on your hip line. Okay, so what I have on my hip line is 10 inches. So I came to my knee and I marked 9 inches. So I'm just cross checking my waist measurement. Okay, so that is it for this. And then the next thing you do now is to connect all these dots together. So I'll just use my tape. Please use a ruler. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now and join all the lines that we have here together. So after connecting your lines together, to get your flare from this your knee, you just draw it down to the length of your skirt this way. Okay, so I'll just use my ruler to do that. So you just draw a straight line down to the length this way. Okay, so I will not be covering the edge of this skirt, that is the length of the skirt. So after that, I'll just cut it out. You can as well curve the length of your skirt. Okay, you can curve it if you don't want that sharp edge, but I won't curve it. Okay, I'll just leave it that way. So I went ahead to trim out the names of the fabric, and then we'll cut out the back. So for the back, you can see my zipper allowance, which is 1.5 inch. You can see the zipper allowance, and I will now place the front piece this way on the back piece. So this folded edge of the front piece will be on the zipper area. Okay, ensure that you just arrange this well. So after placing it this way, all you need to do is to just trace it out. So I'll go ahead now and cut this out. So if you find this video helpful, guys, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. When you give it a thumbs up, other people get to see it. Okay, please don't forget to give my videos a thumbs up. So I will separate the back piece this way, and that is all for the drafting of this kit. So this is the front piece. In order for us to create that slit in the front, so this depends on the shape you want and how wide you want your slit, and as well as how the length you want your slit to be. So for the length of my slit, I came down by 1 inch, and I'll just connect it this way. That is how long I want the slit of my skirt to be. So for my knee line, I just came down by 1 inch. You can maintain your knee line depending on what you want. So after that, I'll impute my nipple to nipple, which is 3.5 inch. So I'll just mark that 3.5 inch. After which, I will just connect the lines together. So this is what it is looking like. So depending on how wide you want your slit to be, so for me, I took 3 inches from this line. I'll mark 3 inches on both sides. I'll mark 3 inches here. I'll come to this other side and mark 3 inches. And also do not forget to place your slit where you want it to be, whether you want it to be on the right side or towards the left. Okay, so after which, so now you come to this top part and then you curve it. You can see how I curved mine. Okay, you curve it, and this is when you decide how wide you want your slit to be. From that curved area, I'll just connect it to me that 3 inches that I just marked, and I want my slit to be on the right side. Okay, so if you want yours to be on the left side, you go ahead and create it towards the left side. So this is what I have. You can see how it is looking like. So what I'll do now is to open it up this way. So I'll fold it like this from the midpoint of the lines we have. You open it up this way, and I'll just cut it out. Since we have the same figure on both sides, I'll just use this one side to trace it out. So this is what we have for the slit of the skirt. This is what we have for the slit. So I'll keep this aside and cut out my lining. So I'll be cutting out a short lining for this. You can use a full lining if you wish to. So I just placed my lining like this, and I'll stitch it on both sides, after which I'll hem the bottom part. I'll repeat the same thing for the back piece. Okay, you place your lining the right side facing right side this way, and then you stitch it on both sides like this, and then you hem the bottom part. So I'll go ahead and do that. So this is it. I've done that, and this is what it is looking like. Okay, so this is what it is looking like, and this is the back piece. This is what the back piece is looking like. After that, the next thing we'll be doing now is to return the front piece, that is the front part of the skirt, and this is the bias. So I'll be using the bias to turn the slit that we have here. This is because I did not use a full lining. So I'll be placing this my bias. So you open up your bias this way. I'll just zoom this for you guys to see and to understand what I am doing. So you place your bias this way. Okay, you open it up this way, and then I'll just pin this down. So you open up your bias this way, and then I'll pin this down like this. Pin this other side as well, so you can see what it is looking like. So this side I am pinning down, you go ahead and stitch on that side, just that part for now. Okay, so after pinning it down this way, I'll go ahead and stitch on it following the lines that comes with the bias. After that, you fold it this way and it will look something like this. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I've gone ahead to stitch the side that I pinned down, and if you look closely you will see that it is a bit rough. Okay, so that is how it's supposed to be. So what I'll do now is to fold in the bias this way. I'll go ahead and zoom this as well. So I'll fold it this way, and I'll go ahead and stitch on the bias, on the edge of the bias all through. So that is what I'll go ahead now and do. So when I stitch it, it will look like this in front. Okay, so it will look like this in front. So I'll go ahead and do that all through. So I have done that, and this is what it is looking like. Okay, so you can see both the rough side and the wrong side are neat. So I'll bring the back piece this way, and I'll place the right side facing right side, and then I'll just mark like 8 inches. That 8 inches would be for the zipper, where I'll be inserting my zipper, and then from that 8 inches I'll just stitch it down following the chalk. Okay, so this is it after I was done joining it. So I'll bring the front piece and I'll place it right side facing right side this way, and I'll go ahead now and stitch it on both sides using my body measurement. So what I'll be doing now is I will not be hemming the down part of this skirt, because, and I'll also not be fixing the zipper because I'll lose it later. So I've already, this is the, you can see my body measurement. I went to mark it, and I'll just stitch it so you can see the curved, that part, and I'll go ahead now and stitch it down. So this is what I have for the skirt, and that is basically all for the skirt. So thank you so much guys for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you find it helpful, do not forget to subscribe and turn the notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. I upload sewing tutorial every week by 12 a.m. Okay, so this is the stitching allowance. You can use your hemming gum to secure the rough edges or your bias. So thank you guys so much for watching.